Hello, beautiful WeiLi. How are you doing today?
Good. Hello, beautiful Anna. Right back to you.
I met WeiLi online and it was sort of love at first sight, I must say.
Mm.
I went into seeing what WeiLi was doing and oh my God, it feels exactly how I feel. And we are both on the same page of empowering women. We love our sisterhood of women. And something that I feel that it's fantastic and it's worth sharing is that the two of us are so focused on empowering women that men, take a look at this, we are going to cooperate together because there are so many women there to be empowered. It's not one against the other. It's not my business, your business. Is our business to empower as many women as possible. Not mine or yours, is ours. The community is ours, is the whole planet. And for that, it's beautiful. You will see also the light irradiating from this beautiful woman. And without further ado, I better be quiet because she has to say so many wise things. Willie, go ahead, please. Thank you
Oh,
very much.
thank you so much. It's an honor, really, to be here with you, spending this beautiful time. Yeah. So much love, so much love. Yeah. So, how we connected, I feel it's based on our values. Like we
Mm,
have alignment in all the values, right? We've studied under the same teachers with Tony Robbins, with these amazing teachers. So that's how we connected. My journey has brought me here is, wow. When you say empowerment, I feel like for me, it's actually a path to finding my own truth. Like truly is finding myself first and then almost like bring this beautiful treasure to my sisters. I so want to share. I'm a sharer. That's like my nature. I'm a connector. I'm a sharer. Anything I love, I want to share with the people I love, right? So that's how Asina Sisterhood actually came about. That's how you and I connected. It's through
mhm.
that common sharing. We want to share with other women about the life lesson we have learned, right? I call them, actually, it's not me, it's my sisters call them pearls. It's Pearls. It stands for Path of Extraordinary Actions to Radiate Love and Serenity. So it's from action to peace. And the peace eventually is really the inner peace. That's what is drawing me to create this beautiful, serene place. So I want to share with the listeners or your sisters about what is Asina Sisterhood and how did the idea come about. Is it okay?
Please do, because
Okay.
it's like an extension or something that complements what we are doing anyway. It's about empowering, it's about sisterhood, it's about having each other's back. It's just that our approaches are different and therefore they add even more because we can have one and the other. Not one or the other, is one and the other. So please go ahead
Thank
because
you.
it's
Thank you.
I attended one of the events and it was I felt the love among the sisterhood, so I've witnessed it, and thank you very much for creating that. It was amazing.
It has been an amazing journey. It's only been 1 month old. And how it started was March the 14th. And my daughter, she's 14 years old, she started to have some symptoms with coronavirus, like coughing and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I really started this almost from a selfish reason. I figured if she can see me every morning, because I committed to do a live call every morning to the sisterhood to provide some kind of certainty because it's such a time of uncertainty right now. We don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. Actually, the whole world right now is in a place of uncertainty, but there's certainties everywhere if we look for them. And I just feel at that time, my heart's like, I want to be that certainty for the sisters. I want to show up every morning for not only my daughter to see me, right? She can't see me physically because she's self-quarantined, but she can see me on Facebook Live. And then my sisters start to gather together and they provide the same feedback. Oh my God, every morning we see you consistently showing up. This provided an anchor for us. So gradually in this 1 month, the vision become clearer and clearer to me. Actually, this is in real life I'm talking to you, Anna. It's like, it's really coming more and more every single day. The vision now becomes more clear is this Athena Sisterhood is going to be a platform for the sisters to commonly co-create a safe place to be able to share their feelings, share their emotions. It's like a place of no judgment, a place of you almost can dump all your emotions, but there's not coaching the place. I call them, actually, again, it's not me, it's the sisters co-created this. It's BSS, Beautiful State Sisters. So it's a tool that sisters can use. We pair each other and we help each other to get into that beautiful state. So beautiful state or suffering state is a choice, right? I mean, you and I know we've gone through all these programs. We learned many, many tools. We call them pearls now in the sisterhood. Is to use these pearls to get ourselves out of the suffering state. So the BSS, it's a huge pearl that's in our sisterhood. We encourage the sisters to come here and then pair themselves with a sister who is going to hold space for you when you are cleansing your river. This is a tool we call river cleanse, because we believe that women are made of water, and water has so many forms. It could be the little creek, it could be the little river, it could be the huge ocean, it could be the tsunami, it could really sink the boat and carry the boat. So if we cleanse our water every day on a regular basis with another sister, it make our body in a fluid form instead of a rigid. Like, you know, a lot of us, I think you can relate to this too, Anna, right? Like a lot of us who are kind of like businesswomen, we carry that masculine energy for many, many years of our life.
I completely agree and relate to that, because during my time as in the corporate world for 20 years, I was working as a chemist, and I was in high jobs, right? I mean, high of the ladder, let's put it that way. And to get there, I had to be a man. I had to be all around surrounded by the energy of a man, because being a woman, they would have eaten me alive. So I had to be a man, and that was not in alignment with who I was. And because of that reason, I was also a man outside, which was not so good. It didn't work out so well. But being a man here and a man there and a woman here, and it just didn't work out until the moment that I said, I'm a woman 100%. I left the corporate world, and now I'm in a different place altogether. I completely relate to that. And yes, feminine energy flows around. Male energy is straight. It goes in straight lines. It's not that one is good or better or worse than the other. It's just that they are different and they complement each other. But if we, bendy, are meant to be straight, then it's a flawed straight, and then there's no vents anywhere. It doesn't work.
Totally. It's against our nature, right? The feminine nature is within us. So this beautiful sisterhood is created for the woman to unarmor themselves, right? To be able to come to a safe place that let all the emotion flow and not feeling being judged, not feeling being criticized or even being coached. Because a lot of people like to quickly coach, right? Some of these coaching is probably not really working, because you have to have a sister is willing to be coached. So this is the foundation of the sisterhood, is there's no coaching. It's just a place for us to safely get together. Let all the emotional go. Once we clean our river, once your body is in alignment with who you are as a woman, then the inner magic will come out. I truly believe that. Like you and I have learned also together with Tony, is everything we need is within us now.
Yes.
But there's a blockage. There's a blockage if our river is not clean. That inner wisdom will not come up until that river gets cleaned. So this is a safe place for the sisters to be able to say, okay, I'm just going to, I had really a dark day, I had a really a bad day, I had this problem, or I had that problem. We have tools, like it's a very specific tools to do the river cleanse. 15 minutes, and Sister A will say this, Sister B will say this, and then by the time 15 minutes later, you feel, oh, all the yuckiness is gone. Like it's just, and the sister will never bring it up again. It's passed on to the Mother Earth. So this is a platform. Like I'm so excited. The more and more I'm doing this, only been a month, but the vision's coming to me more and more. This is a platform of all the sisters get together, not feeling being judged, but build this beautiful, safe circle together. So that's the foundation. It's almost like the moon. The moon is always there, right? With us seeing it or not seeing it, it's always there. But it comes in round shape, it comes in other shapes. Almost like women, we go through our cycles every single month and our emotion go ups and downs, right? Sometimes we feel very, very up, like we want to contribute, we want to give because we have so much to give. And sometimes we feel just low, at a low place. We need to be lifted up. And that's the power of a sister circle. That's the power of a group of women get together. When you are low, I'm high. When I'm low, you are high. And together we have a safety net underneath all of us. We'll never let one sister fall just because you're in a low place. Oh, you're not good for us because, we need to have this super amazing peer group. We're always so high. No. That's just not real. Not for women. We are going to get into those dark moments, and that's the sisterhood will be able to lift us up. So this is the vision, like 24/7. My vision is like 24/7. There's all over the world, these small circle of sisterhood. They can always somehow 24/7, doesn't matter when you call, there's a sister always there, ready to listen. Not to coach, but ready to listen. Like if you're a physician, we had those doctors now working in the front line, ER doctors, and 3 o'clock, they get off the shift and they just feel drained, absolutely drained. There's no place to turn. They can't be talking to their husband because their husband are doctors too. So they call the hotline, they call the line, and they just do a river cleanse. And 15 minutes later, they're like, oh, all that things, yucky things out of my body. Now I can go and lay down and sleep. Yeah. That's almost like a life-saving line that I feel that every single sister need, especially with high-achieving women. We feel we're very strong, but you have your weak moment. I know that because I am turning 50 in a few months. I know how I lived my life for the last 40 plus years, right? It's always, okay, wipe my tears off. I cry at night, wipe my tears off, put on my armor and go into the battlefield again. And then your body doesn't feel good. You feel, right? There's a lot of illness start to come out. I have so many sisters that had breast cancers or tumors and all that. It's all because emotions is not getting through our body. So then I just decided, no, that was about, I think my transformation started about 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I started to really study femininity, studied body movement, studied how to move energy, started from everything's in my head. Now it's moving to my body. How do I cleanse that? Because my background, as you know, I studied psychology. I have a master's degree in behavior analysis and therapy. So everything's here. It's all like, right? It's book knowledge. And I've worked with children and adults with disabilities for 20 years. I still have an autism center in Dubai that we work with children from really all over the world, but mainly in the Middle East countries. I have over 100 staff now. They're from 16 different countries. So that's my training, is psychology. But when you're really thinking about this, why do people go to see a therapist? Because
if you're asking me, because I think that there's a lot of lack out there of being heard. We are not heard. People don't listen to us as children, as adults, never. Also, if we are with a partner of a different sex, men process stuff in a different way. They process their process is completely different. For them is, if it's broken, I'm going to fix it.
That's right.
That's something that Tony says actually in his events, that a man tends to go there and fix it. And we don't want to be fixed. We want to be heard.
That's
and once it's off our chest, it's gone. But for a man, that doesn't work that way, and they get all, they feel frustrated because they cannot fix, and there's nothing to fix. If you go back to the cave times, I mean, years ago, or centuries, or millennia ago, the women were together. The men, when they are hunting, they went out, and the women were together, and they were all in charge of all the children as a community. That's gone now. We are living in our little cubicles. One man, maybe one or two kids, or maybe no man, or whatever it is, but it's cubicles. There's no community anymore, and we need to go back to that, because that's inside us here.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing, right? You and I, we're all building communities. Exactly. We are bringing women back to our nature, to bring the tribes together. Exactly like you said, that's what I've been sharing with the sisters too, about the difference between man and woman. When we start to talk, the men's immediately saying like, what is the problem? How could I fix it? We don't want to be fixed, and we feel that they don't give us a presence, right? They lose interest in what we talk about, and then they're gone and we're mad. But that's what a sisterhood is about. That's what your BSS does for you. You will feel like she's holding the presence. You can do whatever the dumping, like we're just dumping the emotions, and then you're cleansed. That's the beauty of it. So why we go to therapists is to be heard, like you said, right? A good therapist is a good listener. Exactly. So that's what the sisterhood does. And it's completely free. You don't have to go to therapy, right? To pay hundreds of dollars every session. And that's why some people, I mean, I know that because I am a behavioral psychologist. I know that in the traditional psychology, people go there for years. Like, oh my God, I've been in therapy for years, right? Behavioral psychology is a little bit different. We take massive actions. We will hold clients or our staff, our actually participants accountable, taking massive actions. So I'm actually bringing both into the sisterhood. That's why the pearls is called path, right? Of extraordinary actions to radiant love and serenity. Serenity is where we want to get. Like women, when they radiate beauty and serenity, that's attractive to men. They want to go home and feel relaxed. They don't want to come home and listen to your dumping all your emotions. We want to talk and connect. They just want to go home and feel being at peace. They don't have to fight in the world. Home to them is let go. I mean, home to us is we want to connect. So it's right. That's the difference between genders. And that's what we want to bring to the sisterhood. It's like, okay, let the man be the man. Don't treat your husband as a hairy woman. Right? I think you and I speak the same language, right? In there. Don't do that. That will not help with your relationship, period. Right? So exactly. But how do you make your needs fulfilled? You need to connect. But who? Connect with who? Connect with your own sisters. That's the beauty of it. So now we're even adding more as a platform. Saturday when you came with Anil's talk, right? So this is, everything is just being born now. You're in the midst of this birth thing. We just came up with the name this morning. It's called Athena's Inspire Magic. Fantastic. So it's AIM. Yes. So you were on the first AIM. Like we didn't have a name. It was going to be called Mastermind. I'm like, it doesn't feel like sister-ish. It doesn't feel feminine. Let's call something else. Okay, then a group of women got together remotely. This wasn't even sitting in a meeting. Let's talk about it. Let's brainstorm into a name. No, it's just ideas throughout. A couple of days later, this morning, all came together. It's AIM. It's magic. Okay, Athena's Inspire Magic. That's how we work, right? We have to let that settle in and work it out. So Sunday, we have, it's Asina Wisdom Circle. So a group of sisters volunteer to hold the space for all the sisters who are new to come and practice pearls, to come and practice what's Trinity. Trinity is a brag, is a gratitude, is a desire, right? And then practice river cleanse, practice to let go of all your emotions, practice goddess mantra. Like, every woman is a goddess. Every woman has a goddess live within them. So if I ask you, Anna, who are you? You will say, I'm a goddess of.
I'm a goddess of education. Of
there
words,
you go.
Of words.
Of words, right?
Yeah,
so
education, words.
Of education, of words. So I would say myself, I'm a goddess of wisdom. We're very similar in that thing. Then you just start to talk about, okay, I'm a goddess of words. I'm a goddess of education. I'm a goddess of sharing. I'm a goddess of whatever. Then you go back to like, I'm a goddess of wisdom. So that's a goddess mantra. You identify what you are a goddess of, and then you go into the deeper goddess quality, or how do you actually show up as a goddess of that? And then you will hone in back to, I'm a goddess of this. So the more you say about it, you own it. These are just very, very simple tools we practice in our AWC, Athena's Wisdom Circle. The more, and there's another tool called, for example, swamping. Like swamping is when we feel like we feel like trash, we feel so yucky, we feel so bad, and we feel so much anger inside of us. And we put a garbage bag on us. Literally, we put a garbage bag on us because we feel like trash. Some days you feel so much anger, right? And you want to tear that out. You need some physical things. When we can't get together, we do a Zoom call. We do a Zoom virtual swamping party. That's when all the sisters hold space, one person at a time, for her to swamp her anger out. Because a lot of women are not comfortable with angers. It's like, joy is good, happiness is good, right?
Be
like
the perfect girl.
Be the perfect girl, right?
Perfect wife, the perfect worker, the perfect everything.
Yes. Anything bad? No. Push it on the side that you feel that's bad. But there's nothing bad in emotion.
No.
There's just dark emotion.
Good girls don't say that. Good girls don't behave that way, right?
That's right. But then if you cut out those dark emotions and you think they're bad, you cut a piece of you out. Right? If we don't experience the depths of our emotion, of being angry, of being sad, then we really can't experience the same depths of joy, gratitude. You just won't be able to go deeper. It's the same thing. It's the spectrum of that emotion. If you have the ability to experience one, you have the experience to experience the other one. So that's what we do in the sisterhood, is to hold the space for each other. Female or femininity needs to be witnessed. That's through all my years of learning. Now it's been 7 years of learning. We need to be witnessed. Like when we are seen, we are witnessed, we are held, that emotion will come out even more. So the emotions start to come from, like initially it's just surface. Oh, I'm mad. Oh yeah, I'm okay now. I'm not mad anymore. But if we hold that space with music, like really angry music, and yes, you go, Anna, let more out. And then your middle layer of anger will come out. And then if we hold space even longer, oh my God, years ago, all this anger will come out. It was never really cleansed before, right? It's been a long time. So you do that by in a safe place, all your sisters holding the space for you. So this is what we do at AWC. I can go on and on. You can see my passion. I remember one of the teachers said about, when you're trying to build something, don't just build it because you're passionate. Be obsessed with it. I feel like I'm totally obsessed about sharing all these years of jewels, learning pearls into the sisterhood. I believe that's how we are attracted to each other. Yes. Is that right?
Yeah, is that passion. From the moment that I get up, I'm thinking about adding value on mothers and sisters and daughters and children and empowering and interviews and Let's breathe, sisters. Let's breathe. Let's allow ourselves to be. Let's fart if we want to. Let's be whatever it is that we've sent to the shadow. Let's do whatever. That's in us. That's the beauty. And
That's
then we
it.
can shine. Then we can shine.
Yes.
Because that's
Yes.
who we are. And society now is so masculine. So masculine that it's been harder for us. And something that saddens me, but that's the way it is that it's us women who perpetuate the chauvinism, the fighting mothers and daughters and competition, the all these the rituals of, I don't know, wearing very high heels and going this with these dresses that we're so uncomfortable with. If you're comfortable, awesome. But if you're not, just to please your mother or your husband or your whoever, just to look good for others, there's no radiance there. There's
Yes.
no
Yes.
radiance. There's no
Yes.
radiance. So any woman, it doesn't matter what size, what color, what roots this long, it doesn't matter. If they are happy within themselves, you can see that radiance coming through and you are immediately attracted to them. It doesn't matter. The package doesn't matter, does it?
I'm so happy you mentioned the roots. Mine is coming out too. I'm like, right? It's been 7 weeks, right? Like my hair salon now is, because it's shut down mode. You cannot go to your hair salon. So yeah, this is a trial time. Actually, I think this is a gift. It's such a huge gift to the sisters. This time is a gift to us. All of a sudden, like all these fashion doesn't really matter as much. It still matter probably to a lot of women, but isn't that really matter when you really have no party to go to? When you have all these gorgeous high heels, you have no place to wear them. Right? You have to face that. I think it's difficult for a lot of women, but I've gone through that. I used to be, oh my God. I used to be, like you said, the perfect girl. Everything has to be perfect. I used to spend an hour on makeup. I used to have closets full of dresses, go to these beautiful parties that I can't wear the same dress twice. So guess what? All these piled up, right? High heels and everything. Well, I'm not against the shoes. I'm not against the beautiful gowns. I'm totally embracing them if it makes you feel radiant. The word you used, Anna, right? If I feel like I'm
inside them, but it's up to us to look at the other woman and don't look down like, I've seen that dress before. It's like, look through the dress into their hearts. Look at the beauty in your sister. If we all start doing that, and that starts with ourselves, looking at the mirror and say, "You are so beautiful."
That's
so
it.
Even if your hair is like this in the morning, doesn't matter. Even if you have these bags here, even if you don't have 3 teeth, you are so beautiful and you are unique. You are beautiful and you are unique. And I love you the way you are. That's awesome. And then if we're able to do that with ourselves, we can turn to another woman and say the same from our heart. At that moment, the world will be healed, because we will do that with our daughters, with every neighbor, with everyone. And then it's like, it's no more about appearances, it's about the heart.
It's so beautifully said. Oh, it's so beautifully said, sister. It's so beautiful.
I'm a goddess of words.
And you own it with your radiance. I love it. I love it. I love it. So true. So true. I'm so happy that actually Serena, my daughter, is on the journey with us. You know, she actually quickly recovered. We don't even know if she had coronavirus or not. But the Athena Sisterhood started is because of her. It was just the right spark for this to be born, right? And now she's a very active goddess in the Athena Sisterhood. Beautiful. She comes to the morning talk every morning. She writes her comments. She reflects. Just like you said, when we pass this wisdom to our daughters, right? Like a generation, 2 generations later, the whole world will be healed.
That's exactly.
The whole world will be healed. And I truly believe that. Yeah, so I see the way that she reflects. She finds beauty in other sisters, even though she's only 14 and a half, but the way that she sees beauty, the way that she holds space, the way that she really, no judgment. I see hope. I truly see hope. So it's never like one person's action is not big enough. It's no. That's why we call this pearls, right? It's a pearl gets dropped in the water. We just came up. I'm so excited in sharing this. In the Senior Sisterhood, we did a poll just yesterday. Mm-hmm. One sister created this. It's called Pearls of Wisdom. So she had different pictures as poll for the sisters to vote which one you like. And it seems like a majority of the vote goes to this one pearl, drop it in the water. And it's purple color. And the sister said, just even one pearl, when you drop in the water, the ripple effect to the world, it's beyond imagination. And that's true, right? Every woman is a pearl. If we drop our pearl in the water with our radiance, imagine the world, the ripple effect. It's just like how your radiance of goddess of words, like I will forever remember that frame. I will forever remember your radiance come when you said those words, because those are real. Those are the truth. You are speaking your truth. It doesn't matter how you look. When you spoke your truth, the radiance just, oh, I felt it. Like I just felt it when you flip your hair like, oh, it's a word. So beautiful. And you truly are, sister, you truly are. Wow, that's a lot to digest.
Yes.
That's a lot to digest. Yeah.
I'm just a mirror. I'm just a mirror of you, WeiLi.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the law of attraction working together. That's what it is. The law
so the more we can build as sisters, right? The more women we'll be able to attract to come. I just feel we are very blessed. I think both you and I had the privilege to study with the best teachers in the world, travel around the world, and also from our own experience, from living in a masculine mode all the time, even in our marriage, in our work, in our career. Like I had a mental health agency for 20 years. We had 500 staff, and I was the founder and CEO. I just remember like give every ounce of me and coming home, still be a man, like just like giving orders to my husband. Who am I? Who is this woman? I don't even like her. Why would Samuel like her, you know? And from that, the lowest point of our relationship, I find actually beautiful pearl is the teachers. I start to get into feminine movement. I start to get into like Alison Armstrong is a beautiful teacher of mine. I started to study with her. I started to study with Sheila Kelly, with S Factor. I started to study just, you know, even David Data, you know, all the superior man, all those teachers. I just feel very blessed. And I'm really grateful to all these teachers who share their wisdom with us, with me, for me to be able to hold the space for the sisters, right? To just share these wisdom, to hold the space for them. So just gratitude. I mean, this stage of my life, there's just so much gratitude in my heart. So much. Like, just grateful for my life. Very grateful for my life.
I suppose that because you and I were so much into the men energy, the masculine energy, that we were so far out from who we were. We needed a lot of education to go back and connect with ourselves.
Yes.
However, thank God, not every woman is out there in such a masculine environment and energy that she's creating for herself. And we can do small things that give us so much power. And what you're doing, I mean, pairing people up, two women, and saying what's beautiful in the other one, and holding the space for talking, and all those things. We don't need any complication. We just need love, space, listen. Those are things that we have in our nature, and we can start there.
That's it.
If you are listening to this, you don't need to go to all the masters in the universe.
That's right.
Just follow simple acts of femininity.
That's it.
And join our communities and just be a little bit more of a woman, a little bit more. And it's about Marianne Williamson said very well that we women are afraid of stepping in our own power.
Yes, yes.
It's that fear of stepping into our own power because we are powerful beyond measure.
Beyond. Yes, that's right.
Exactly.
It's not the darkness that we're afraid of, right? It's our own power that we're afraid of stepping into.
And we don't know because we've been indoctrinated into women are less and sin, and we are the serpent and all those things, and we've been cursed with a period, and men sin because of us, and it's all that is, oh my God, if I'm so powerful in the dark, what's going to happen here? Play small, but we don't need to play small. We can just be in a place of beautiful state, just being there.
I do believe like the sisterhood will help us to go higher. I think, right, the sisterhood is a safe place. So when we want, the reason why actually I had this idea to birth this sisterhood is because I was held by my sisters. This was January this year, actually, a few months ago. I was in Cancun, and we have a sister reunion every month. We studied together for a few years, and every single January we go and have a reunion just for a weekend. So this reunion, we had about 27 women. And in this reunion, there's a few sisters, they said, we will be your doula sister. Like, you have this big dream you want to birth, even so I wasn't very clear yet. I just know it's going to be sisterhood, but I don't know the form of the sisterhood. I don't know how am I going to birth it, right? I just didn't have a clarity. But they rallied up and they said, we will be your doula sisters. A birth process is messy. I mean, for some of us who are moms, I gave birth to two beautiful souls. I know the birth process is different for each one of them. A birth process is messy. When you plan everything, it doesn't show up like the way it is, right? Right? It doesn't. And it could be painful sometimes. But what you have in the end is a beautiful, beautiful gift. That it's like, oh my God, it's magic. So because they held the space, I've gone through self-doubt in birthing this baby. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea, especially with the virtual, everything's virtual. And I'm not a very technical savvy goddess. Not yet.
Not yet.
I will be, not yet. I am already a master of Zoom calls. One sister taught me for 2 hours. It probably take other people 20 minutes. It took me 2 hours, but I mastered it. Very proud. But because they encouraged me, gave me word baths when I was doubting myself. Really, like when I was tired, they gave me permissions, like, self-love, love yourself first before you can fill other women's cup, right? All these sisters rallied really behind me. When I do my morning calls, I literally visualizing them standing on my shoulders all around me. So I'm not doing my morning call, not me, by myself. I'm doing it with a group of sisters. They're all just with me. I just feel so held. So this is what I experienced. I never did in my life. I used to watch this show. I don't know if you watched it in Ireland. Sex and the City. No? There's
no. I saw a movie.
Okay, you saw the movie, right? So
yeah.
4 beautiful girls. They were sisters. It's a sisterhood for them, right? Mm-hmm. So I admire that so much. I never had sisterhood growing up. Never. I was there's no boys in my family, only me and my sister. So I was raised as a boy, how my parents raised me. Ever since I was 6 years old, I carried the responsibility on my shoulder. I had to take care of my sisters. I just don't remember much of like childhood being free. It's always like almost like be the man, be the son in the family, like carry your family's honor, right? And then always like that. It's only my sisters let me feel like, oh my God, I can be a little girl again. I can flirt. I can just play. I can just cry. It's allowed. Sadness is being held. It's being revered, actually. All emotions being held and revered in the sisterhood. And we did rituals together, honor those emotions. We did oh my God, it's just so beautiful. We did so much sharing. We offered each other's gifts in our reunion. Like one sister is a goddess of writing. So she gave a beautiful workshop in our reunion. One sister is like a beautiful movement. All these helped me birth this baby of Athena Sisterhood. I just feel there's so much talent. Why there's competition in the world? There's no reason. It's a world of abundance. When you can come and share, you lift each other up. It's almost like you want to do something, like you want to open a shop, all the sisters will go there and cheer for you. Yay, wonderful, right? Like you try this out. Maybe you don't know how to build a shop yet, but we're here regardless, right? And another sister do something, we'll all go there and cheer for you. This is the beauty of a sisterhood. There's always enough. There's never lack in true sisterhood. So that's how the birth started, like the digestation started with me having this idea. And then the birth really started in Cancun. Like just messy and just for the few months, just talking to them about what it is. And then it took coronavirus for this baby to be born. I mean, who would know this is the delivery room? It's the coronavirus, like, oh, urgent, time to go, you know. It's opening up now, needs to deliver, and boom, it's born. So that's how the birth, and that's how I envision this in our sisterhood, and I think all the beautiful babies going to be born that way. It's the beauty of how masculine, when they have a business, it's a business plan, right? From A to Z, this needs, by 3 months, this is the target goal. This is how we need to grow. How many members? This is the team, all that. It's the structure. I'm not saying that's bad. We need that when we step into that role, single focus, come up with a plan. But I'm just experimenting this time, a different way of birth a baby. The baby I did before is different, but now this time I feel there's so much joy in doing this. Like there's just so much less stress for some reason. It's not the stress of, oh, I don't know if I'm meeting my target yet. Right now, the target is to radiate out love and sincerity and to have fun doing it. Like I'm having so much fun every morning, like to sit here with my water and just talk to my sisters because I know they're all showing up. It's like a sister gather in the morning. We all say trinities, like we brag our day, you know, yesterday we did. And then we do community building, we share stuff. Then I do a little pearl sharing. And then after that, we do a little meditation together, 5-10 minutes. Then we step into our day beautifully. This is just how it's like, wow, is this a business? No, what is this? It's just gather together. It's just living my day and sharing.
Yeah.
And how it's going to grow, I know it's going to be amazing because I feel every single woman needs it. Like just this sisterhood. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we'll just wrap up, I guess, right? It's 11 now. Do you want to do that?
Let's wrap up, yeah.
We'll just wrap up.
The information that you've giving us is just amazing. But bottom line is live from your heart and support your sisters. And let's be more of a woman that we are inside. If you have a male core, that's okay. If you are whatever, but if you're a woman, connect with it overall if you are not living from there, because as you put it there so beautifully, by connecting there, things just flow, just like us. We flow, and the moment that we need structure, that will appear. I'm sure of that. I'm absolutely sure. And what you're doing is so beautiful, WeiLi. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm blessed of having met you, of having found you in another continent.
Yes.
In another continent. But who cares? When you put your intention out there, things just start to happen.
Yes.
When we work from our hearts, yes, things start to happen. It's funny that you said about the birth, because only yesterday I was talking to a friend of mine, and I'm starting a book with a friend of mine, right? We are co-authoring this book, and it has to do with mothers and daughters relationships, because both she and I had mothers whose behaviors could be classified or labeled as narcissistic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, I mean, you're born blonde, you're born Chinese, you're born black, you're born whatever, you're born with narcissistic behavior, or you've got it during your life. It doesn't matter. The label is just to describe and understand the kind of behavior, not to say you're doomed, okay? The two of us are starting a book, and a third person was asking, how's that going? And I said, during this downtime, I know where I'm coming from, and it's as if I were pregnant. I was saying exactly the same thing. I was pregnant with this idea of doing things for women and empowering women, and I didn't know which way to go, whether it would be wealth creation or conscious parenting, or it would be about abusive mothers, or it could be about separation in peace and harmony, like the one that I went through. There are so many things that I can teach or share with others, teaching in the sense of sharing. And I'm pregnant with all this. And now in this downtime, it's like pooping a melon. It's so sore, but then I'll have my melon there. And it's going to be so sweet. It's exactly the same thing. We are in the process of giving birth. You don't know what's going to come up. You don't know what's going to be like to have a baby or a melon or a book or a project. We don't know what's going to happen. We just have this urge of something within us, inside of us, wanting to be born, whatever it is. When I was here, you couldn't believe it, because it's the same comparison.
Yes, yes, that's nature. Part of the
Crazy.
natural process, right?
Absolutely crazy. Where can people find you, WeiLi?
Well, they can find me virtually. I live in Florida, but we're connected all over the world online. So we have a Facebook page. It's called Athena Sisterhood.
Athena, Athene, and then sisterhood.
Athena Sisterhood. So from there, you will see the activities, events, and you're welcome to join our Athena Sisterhood Facebook group. Now that's a closed group. In there, there's just a lot of sharing, a lot of activities. I do my live talk in there as well. A lot of sharing of stories and tools. So that's where you can find us. And very welcome any listeners of yours to come and experience and be held by the sisterhood.
Of course.
We heal together.
I'll send them your way. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure, a privilege, and so inspiring. And I can feel the energy. I can feel it in my ears. It's very high energy. I suppose that's the waves from you and from me and from our sisters all coming together at the same time, all in coherence. And that's what happens. The energy just raises naturally. And as a scientist, I can say that happens.
Yes, yes, we're all connected. Definitely.
Thank you so much. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Love you.
Love you. See you soon.
See you soon.